uh, this young man is using how he responds to the poking and prodding of this girl to make himself a better person.
Yeah.
I can't find a negative thing to say about the first show, and I got to be honest with you. When you first told me that there was something else that was coming up on the season that I was going to really enjoy, when I saw this, I was like, Takagi-san!
Yeah.
I am 100% on board the hype train for this one, just because I want to see the continuing story of how these two young people's relationship develop and how they grow as people.
And we watched the preview for this. It didn't have subtitles, but we still felt what was going on.
Absolutely. And if you haven't watched the first season yet, and you don't like subtitles, you want to watch the dub, I gotta be honest with you, I liked the season so much, I wanted to see what they did with the dub. I watched the first 2 or 3 episodes of the dub, and I think that the actress that they have playing Takagi-san, which is the girl on the show, in Japan, really came across as such a sweet girl and had a sweet attitude. And then the Valley Girl kind of sour or bitter voice that they had doing the English dub just totally ruined the whole aesthetic of that character. Like sweet and innocent, that voice was anything but.
Yeah,
So
personally,
if you haven't watched it, I would certainly recommend the dub or the subtitle.
Me personally,
personally, eh?
I prefer subtitle.
Yeah, me too.
Me personally.
I find that in most cases, the Japanese, in most cases, but the Japanese voice actors evoke more emotion and get more direction from the actual either
director,
author of the light novel, or author of the manga, etc.
True.
So
true.
I find that comes through a lot better without having to change it for Western demographics and Western culture.
Yeah. So Katsute Kamidata.
Yeah.
Do you know anything about this? So this is the Patria, the one where they
the one it's got lots of references to the American Civil War in this one.
Nation of Patria,
patriotic, and you have the Northern Union and the Southern Confederation
created on the continent.
Yeah,
of Patria.
I was not really super impressed by it. It might be a good story, but it just seems like a war story that involves more something along the lines of the personal character relationships between like the top players.
Right.
So it'd be more politics and personal players, personal like partisanship than anything else. It could be like a soap opera.
Right.
So I'm definitely gonna consider this because the animation quality looks decent in the trailer, although the character design seems like it has been overused, you know?
Yeah. Alright, so the English version is To the Abandoned Sacred Beasts. Which is kind of weird.
Isn't it though?
Yeah, so it's basically about a civil war that pits North and South. Okay. So the Northerners use dark magical arts to create monstrous super soldiers called Incarnates, and then was it those Sacred Beasts Okay, so the war ended already, and now the Sacred Beasts have to these Incarnates have to live in the normal world with people.
Yeah, so I don't know how that's exactly going to play out. It seems like it could be a lot of
after the war,
angst and regret going on.
Yeah, it's going to be
Yeah.
All right, next one.
Yeah, so the next one is Kawaii. Would you even date her if she's a pervert?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So essentially, this guy gets a love note that's not signed, and then some panties in his locker. So I'm going to be watching this.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Essentially, it could be a fun little harem that is, full of romance and different characters. It'll be, something to kill the time, as well as from the preview, most of these characters being pretty different. Although looking at the character design, I'm pretty sure a few of them are going to be trophy.
Was this the one where the blonde-haired girl was the voice of Philia?
I think this was.
Yeah.
So there might. We're I haven't checked it or researched it, but I believe one of the voice actresses is Philia from Rise of the Shield Hero.
Yeah.
So.
Which
I
I'm
mean,
pretty
it's good.
happy about.
Yeah. I'm glad she's getting work. She's got a really distinctive voice, and if she's in something else and can do different characters, I'm happy to hear it again.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna be watching this one.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So the Demon Slayer.
Hold on.
Fantastic.
Hold on.
What?
Hold on.
What?
The last one. So I have written down the English name is "Are you willing to fall in love with a pervert as long as she is a cutie?"
Yes. Yes.
That's great. That's great. I just want to point out how amazing these titles are.
Some of the translations, I mean, you look at the Japanese, and it's a pretty long. It's actually a sentence.
No,
you know?
but I think this show is gonna be really well. It's gonna be really good for me. I'm gonna really enjoy this show, but that's because I am trash. So
I think it's gonna have a lot of plot.
all right, Demon Slayer.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is just ongoing. It's leftover from last season.
I mean,
and
don't just leave it off like it's ongoing.
I'm not
and it's
going to,
leftover. It's
but-
probably one of the most fantastic shows from the last.
How do
season.
you know?
I've watched several episodes.
Several. How many is several? Like 3?
No, 4.
4. Okay.
I've got a lot of stuff that I've been doing. Have you seen the new place?
No.
Okay.
No. Yeah, this show's really good.
It takes days to do this.
They do something really cool with the fight scenes. That's for sure.
They break them down. It's really decent.
Yeah, it's good. It's good stuff.
Really good story, really good premise, really good animation quality, and really imaginative the fight scenes as far as adding some powers in with some actual tactics and strategy, and breaking down. It's actually one of the better shows as far as like battle animes.
Yep.
So 100% continue watching it. It's fantastic.
Yep. Kachoki Wakaki Nobunaga. So this is, I guess, your usual Nobunaga show that they seem to have every season about Nobunaga.
Yeah, I haven't watched any of the other ones. Are they like related or anything, or
No,
is
they're
this
not
just about
related.
a
There
warlord?
just seems to be a show about Nobunaga
Okay.
every season. Do you know who he is? Who Nobunaga is?
No.
So, if I'm remembering this right, he's basically was he was a warlord back in one of the periods. I can't really say which one.
Okay.
But he was considered a demon, I guess, because he ruthlessly took over a lot of Japan.
Okay. That's something. Seems like something a warlord would do.
Yeah, and I don't know. He's just they've made a lot of shows where they show that he's a good person, and then there are also a lot of shows where they show that he's like basically a demon lord
Like in
reincarnated.
disguise?
Yeah.
Wow.
So
a lot of mystery in Japanese history about this guy. Is what you're saying.
yeah. Well, no, not really. He's just extremely popular in history over there.
Okay, so they make up stories about him.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can deal with that.
Yeah.
Deal with
You
that.
know.
I tried watching this. This is the girl that sings at the end of the world, right? Wasn't really interesting.
Really? I haven't started. I was gonna try it. All right. Well, I guess we'll move on then.
Yeah.
Lord El Meloui, the second. So this is, I think this is the second episode. I'm not sure what they're gonna do with this, but there's one that they made like a couple seasons ago, and it was just one episode, I believe, and I really liked it. I thought the art, the character design, the story was really good.
Maybe it was a movie because it says they're gonna do the original content for the show's first half. That would make sense as far as like being able to break up something into series length.
Maybe, but anyways, it's basically in the future of the Fate Stay Night universe. So you have one character that's from that I recognize. But it's pretty cool. It is pretty cool.
I now know why I haven't seen it yet, because I really have to watch some Fate series.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
You really don't.
I don't have to watch Fate to get this?
No.
Really?
You don't have to watch any of the Fates to get any of them.
Well,
they do not
why
relate
would they,
to anything.
Is that kind of like the Re-universe? Re-Zero, Re-Life, etc.?
Those are just different shows in general.
Because I know I've watched a few of those and they don't have anything to do with each other.
So a lot of the Fate Stay stuff, the premise is the same, but they're parallel universes, kind of. I think there's maybe 2 that were related to each other. Maybe more than that. But anyways, you really... for this one, at least, you really don't need to know anything about the other stuff. They kind of explain it, too, a little bit.
Well, this is the first and the second parts all together of something that I can watch as a standalone.
Yeah.
I'll give it a shot.
All right. All right, Mao-sama, retry.
We skipped Machidako Mazao? Oh, yeah. This is a cutesy fairy magical girl show.
Yeah, it looks like it might be short, too.
Okay. Mao-sama.
Mao-sama retry.
Yes.
So this is another isekai. This is similar to Overlord, I think.
Could be. The voice actor that they choose for the main character normally plays villains.
Yeah, he's really good.
You're going to have some sinister talking coming from this tough guy.
Yeah.
But it looks like from the premise he's transported to this world and he meets this little one-legged girl and he's carrying her all around and doing things to protect her. And I got to be honest with you. It looks like it could be interesting based on that premise alone. You have a guy who's, who sounds sinister and dark, but who really has a good heart, who's taking care of a, little, what are you saying, like an amputee maybe?
No, I mean, she has, it
says one leg.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she has a prosthetic, though.
Okay, maybe she just can't run. On the trailer, it shows him giving her piggyback rides a lot.
Yeah.
So, he's got somebody to take care of, whereas maybe in his real life or maybe in his other characters that he's played in the series, he never really had somebody that he was protecting. Mm-hmm. So, I'm interested in watching this one based on kind of that setup.
Yeah. I'm pretty much interested in it because, well, it's an isekai, and I really like that voice actor.
Yeah.
It's very good.
He's been in a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Alright. Nakano Hito Genome.
Yes.
The Ones Within Genome. So, this is another isekai. It was the 50th isekai?
Well, 4th or 5th this season.
Sure. There seems to be a lot. But this one's different in the sense where, a group of people get put into this world instead of just one.
Isekai with a twist. I mean, you could also consider Rise of the Shield Hero to be isekai with a twist as well, except for the one guy who the story focuses on isn't really accepted.
I mean, really, I would just call that a good story, not really a twist.
Well, then
I'd say
each isekai can be different at that point, just because each of them is going to have its own starting point and have the story unravel from there.
Yeah, so maybe having the multiple characters will be enough of a difference to let it set apart from all the other isekais that's coming out. The problem is there's been a lot. There's been a lot lately.
It's not like I really care about what the premise is. I mean, what was the original first isekai that was really big?
Sword Art?
Sword Art, yeah, Sword Art Online. So that one was fantastic because isekai at that point was new. It was a great premise, and the show actually on rewatch does stand up. It's a great show.
Yeah.
Some of these isekais, because now you have a premise that's easier to build on. You have somebody who has modern knowledge and modern sensibilities going into these old style worlds or magic worlds. That leads to a lot. That opens the door to a lot of different stories to tell. And I don't want to discount something just because it's an isekai.
No, I mean I'm not. I'm gonna watch it, but it's getting to the point where they might be starting to run a little dry. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe they'll add something new and exciting. But yeah, I guess we'll just see. I'm gonna watch this because I like this guy. So
got it set up for watching. Yeah.
Yeah.
Next, we have Restage Dream Days. I have not watched an idol television show